Hey guys, Anthony, 4x4 Diesel. Just a quick video, a little bit of feedback information from other videos, and we're going to quickly clean this MAF sensor, show you how to do that. We recently put a new air filter in this vehicle, 2019 150 1GD. We found the air filter slightly leaking in one of the corners here. I can't remember which one it is, whatever. Anyway, you can check that video, and I might have even been wrong in the video, but the point is you can see it. You can see which one's leaking. The evidence is there. We've just refitted a new air filter. We've gone really nice on the grease. We give this clip a rework. We can see that it's when you close the clips, it's plastic to plastic. That's as far as that airbox can squash. So the next R&D is next time we open up to see if that was enough, and if it's not, then obviously changes need to happen with the airbox, whatever. So whatever, you know, not ideal, but it looks like it should be manageable. The main thing with this one is we're going to quickly do a MAF sensor clean, so you need to carefully unplug that. Not hard to do. These airboxes, they're quite wobbly, you know, something else that they probably did that for a reason. You need to press the clip here, and then careful, once you replace that, once you've pressed the clip, right, carefully release it, right, and just bring it back like that. And you need to pull the plug, not the wires. Always the plug, not the wires, right? Now, you need a Phillips set. That's easy. We've got one right here. The quick way is you can use your impact driver and go zip out, but careful, whichever way you do it, there's a few precautions with this. I'm going to sit the screws up on the trim at the bottom of the windscreen. Just carefully, don't lose them. Hold them like that so you don't lose them. Right? Put them down somewhere safe. Get your sensor out. All right, we're going to have a quick look at it to see how dusty it is. All the talk about dust and everything, right? This one, I think we've cleaned it once before in a video. We might have shown you how to do. We did, because I can see the moly coat. That's how we do it, right? So, see, I forget what I've done and what I've shown you, right? So, the way Toyota want to do it is just blow compress it. I can tell you, since we've cleaned it, bugger all dust has got in there, simply because it's clean. I can tell you it's clean. It doesn't need further cleaning. You can see a little bit of dust evidence there and there. So, we're going to give it a quick spray, but I've showed you in the other video how to actually clean it. We're going to use our CRC mass airflow sensor cleaner, but we've showed you in other videos, you know, you can work out how to spray that. Do not touch any of the hot wires. Make sure you find all the components you need to clean. Some of them are a little bit different to get to, and then blow it out with compressed air afterwards, right? Compressed air. Right, so that's what we're going to do anyway in this video, trying to make it a bit quicker. It's more of an R&R and give you some feedback on this air filter, and I might have some other information for you. So our MAF sensor is all clean now. Normally we'd get a rag, we give that hole a wipe out, but I can tell you again, we've done this recently. It's nice and clean there, and then we'd use our moly coat. We're not going to do that, and we just put a little bit of lube on the hole so we don't make too much mess up around on here, but this is all clean now. There is other wires inside, so you got to get your spray in there a little bit. The main thing is use the right stuff and let it dry out, or make sure you blow it dry. Then, quite simply, you're going to carefully place that back in the hole. This is any vehicle, guys, any vehicle, any engine. This sensor, really important. It tells the engine, it tells the computer, right, how much air is going past that air filter, so it knows a lot of information, like how much fuel to put in, right, and stuff like that. So it's one of the main sensors that needs to be correct, true and correct, and if it's dirty, it may not be giving the right readings, right? So one of your tips here is, right, make sure it's in square and straight like that, and don't over tighten. It's just plastic, right? Just tight enough, like, you know, that's literally, you know, just bang. As soon as it makes contact, it's plastic, it's a plastic thread. It's not going to come loose, right? Don't cross thread it, because you'll pull plastic out every time you do. It's pretty hard to cross thread, but just the slightest little nip, right? Just to know, you know, it's not going to come undone. If you start trying to over tighten it, you're going to rip the threads out, which we've seen on many vehicles over the years, right? Bada bing, and it's as simple as make sure you hear the click. Hear that? Click, right? So you can give it a bit of a wipe if you like. If you're a bit too anal, it needs to be all Mickey Mouse. That's what we want. We've got a bit of Mickey Mouse. All you need to do, that is compressed air, CRC mass airflow sensor cleaner, bit of moly coat, a Phillips head, and you're in business. Having these really dirty can cause a lot of problems, particularly the newer the vehicles, the worse they are, and some brands are just, yeah, it's just hectic how the issues they can cause, and even things like dirty throttle bodies. And back to basics, guys, keeping it clean, that sort of thing. So mainly I wanted to give you that bit of feedback on that airbox, right? Because obviously I put the new filter, greased it up, so I want to let you know one other thing that we did before we sealed it up, and I'm not opening it again. So I greased the seal, right? I just run a bit of grease below, on the outside edge below and over the top. Pop it in place carefully. Then I put the box down. I gave this a bit of a rework, a bit of a squeeze, because I think that was the one that was too loose, but I could have got the whole thing wrong. It might have been this corner around here, was it? Anyway, let me just have a feel. It's applying a bit of pressure. Maybe right now I've just given a bit of a, yeah, it clicks tighter now. So I've just given that a little bit more of a bend as well. They're hard to bend, but not that hard. It's not hard to get a little bit more out of it just by hand, just like that. The thing you want to make sure is the plastic surfaces of each side of the box, right? I don't know if you can see in the video. Let's zoom in. Right, let's get around here a little bit if we can and try and show you what I'm talking about here. All right, we're maxed out, right? Now, you have a look when I release it, right? See how that gap there opens up? See when I squeeze it a little bit? It's just about there by 3 clips, and it should be, right? But see that when you go, as long as it's squeezed it all the way, if you can squeeze it and it's got a bit more, then it needs a bit more pressure on the clip so it's gone all the way. Because you know me, I really believe in Toyota's engineering, and with all the design, it should be correct that when that's touching together, there's the right amount of pressure on the seal that it never leaks. So perhaps there's an issue with, you know, there was an issue with how tight these clips are. They're definitely a bit tighter now. They make a decent click, you know what I mean? They're a bit harder to get on. They were easy before. So I don't know if that's an issue. I don't know officially what's going on, but I put the box on, I did up the clips, and then I undid it and I took the cover back off again. I had a look and there was a couple of areas inside this plastic lid that hadn't made contact, 2 corners this time, but then I realized that's where my thumbs had touched. So I put the grease. One of the main things is to go around, once the air filter's sitting in place in the lower air box, go along the top just neatly like a paint job and just make sure you have got that full contact grease along the top. And that's what we've done. We're not opening it again until, let's say, 40,000 Ks. We might have a look at it, all right? We might have a look at it 40,000, and we'll take a good look and see if it's made contact all the way around. And we might even get to the point of between 40 and 50 not having any grease there, or a very small amount, just enough to, we really want to have a look and see if this is leaking. I was surprised, as you could have probably tell in that video, that there was a leak there, but it was only a tiny amount in one corner, but a tiny amount. It's just not good enough, really, in my opinion. It's not good enough anyway. There's no need for it, you know. It's you know, yeah, I don't know. I'm a bit surprised, to be honest, you know. You see all these photos online, oh, you know, but some of the filthy air filters they've got in there, no wonder they're leaking, and so many with no grease. And some people saying, I've never put grease there. You don't have to put the grease there. You don't have to, but it certainly helps. We've done the testing on a lot of vehicles. People who use them extensively off-road. Other workshops that have been around a long time, they do the same thing as well. The four-wheel drive workshops and that, a lot of them do that. So look, we're not going to say you have to do it. You can do it or not do it, but that's what we've done. That's cleaning the MAF sensor. MAF, manifold absolute pressure. What am I saying? It's not the manifold. That's MAP. See, I do this all the time, don't I? It's a 17mm. It's a 9mm. MAF sensor. Mass air flow. Get it right, Anthony. Mass airflow. So exactly how much air. Have a laugh, guys. Right? Exactly how much air is going past that sensor. It needs to be accurate, really important. There's a whole heap of other sensors here. Maybe we'll start talking about these engines a bit more in other videos. It's not that it's that important. For example, you know, you've got 3 sensors there. You've got 3 sensors on the bloody, what do you call it? The DPF, right? So 3 exhaust temperature sensors on, you know, at each end of the DPF sort of thing. So that's pretty cool. We can a bit more detail in another video. Anyway, guys, I think we've more than covered and squeezed in what we could between the, yes, that video it'll be probably called, I haven't sorted that one out yet, it'll probably be called, yes, these damn air filters do leak, check it out. Something like that. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I'm out of here. Bada bing, bada boom. That was cleaning the MAF sensor and what we did with preparation for the next, hopefully not leaking airbox. We'll give it a run now. See ya. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, bell on, comments. Please give us, hit the like button if you got something out of that. Thanks, guys. See ya. And last, I was going to say last and not least, but it probably is least. Can you clean an air filter? Well, in my opinion, no. You can try, and that's what we do. Anything for R&D. or R&T you. We're not developing anything. Actually looks fairly clean. Might chuck it back in once it dries out and see if it works. We'll let you know on that. That's why you subscribe, bell on, and even dumb stuff like this. A lot of dirty water came out, you know, so maybe. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. See ya.